Yo, what's up? This is DJ Valoramous. Today I want to show you how to connect the DDJ-1000 to an actual home stereo system. So if you have no idea how to connect any of the cables with the DDJ-1000, this video is for you. Okay, so the first step to connect your DJ system, whether it's a controller, a CDJ, or turntables, is you want to place the actual system in the exact spot that you want the system to lie, because you're going to be on this the entirety of the gig. And so that is the first component of establishing your system. The next thing that I would recommend you do is connect your power source, because power is ultimately the most important aspect of DJing, because without power you won't be able to connect your sound and transmit sound to the audience. So the first step is going to be your power cable. And the power cable for the DDJ-1000 is this small piece right here. And this will connect. And you also have this kind of grounding loop system. You can wrap it around there if you're afraid of the cable being pulled out by someone in the audience, but I generally do not use that. The power button for the DDJ-1000 is located right next to the power cable input, but we are not going to turn on the system yet because you want to connect all of your cables. Trust me, I've made this mistake before where I tried plugging in my stereo out cable after the system was already powered on, and the sound did not transmit to the bar's PA system that I was playing for a gig that night, and so I had to reset the system, connect all the cables, and then turn on my DDJ-1000. So do not make that mistake. So the second step is going to be connect your actual audio out source cable, which could be XLR or RCA. So in this case, I'm using RCA, and that looks like this. You have a white and a red, or silver and red, and you simply connect that to your master out. You have master 1, master 2. Master 1 of the DDJ-1000 is your XLR. Master 2 is this RCA. So now that we have that in place, then you can connect all of your additional equipment such as headphones and microphone. So with the microphone, I have this XLR input, so it's a male XLR input to the microphone female XLR receiver. Snaps right into place. And bam, that is your microphone. The next thing you want to connect is going to be your headphones. So the headphones, a lot of these headphones, they will have this 1/4 inch jack, or what is known as a 5.35 millimeter jack. And you never want to loan out this piece of equipment. Never give this piece of equipment to anybody, because you'll never get it back. But this is a 1/8 jack. You will almost never connect a 1/8 inch jack or 3.5 millimeter jack into your system. You're going to use this additional appendage, screw that in, and then this is going to connect to the back of the system, or I guess you could say the front as you're facing it, but it is the back of the system. That snaps in, and that's your headphones. So now we have the main components. Then the next part is, because this is a controller, this connects with a laptop, you're going to get the laptop structure in place. So the next thing to connect is going to be your laptop stand. Now, laptop stand, you could place this in front if you have space. I don't like to do that because you want to connect with your audience. You want to be looking at your audience. So I recommend you keep your laptop to the side, either the left or the right as you're facing your system. I keep it on the right, it's just personal preference, but you could also keep it on the left, because what I do on the left is that's where I have my song request station, where I may have sticky notes or business cards where folks in the audience can actually come up and request songs. This is especially important with private events, because private events, you are more catering to the person or the company that hired you. So now that we have the laptop stand in place, then you're going to connect your laptop. So the laptop, place that on top, and then you're going to have the USB cable, which will connect the laptop to the actual DDJ-1000. Okay, so this has two different USB connectors. They're slightly different. This is the standard USB, which everyone's familiar with. It doesn't always feel secure, but I haven't had an issue, but I prefer this one because it actually snaps into place. So USB-A, and of course the DDJ-1000 has a USB-A and a B, that way the next person can connect their laptop and be ready to play. And then you just have to make sure that the setting at the top of the channel is set to USB-A or USB-B, and that's how you'll know. You'll know because you won't actually hear any audio if it's set to the wrong setting. Okay, so now we have the basic components in place. As you can see here, we have the power, we have the laptop connection, so you can run the software and connect that to the hardware. You have the master out, which will connect to the PA system, which will transmit the sound to the audience. I'm not going over an actual speaker because I do have a speaker located on the base of my floor at my residence, but that will be venue dependent, or if you're doing this from your home, it'll basically just connect to your laptop speakers or an actual legit speaker, a 12-inch or 15-inch speaker, etc. But this is the basic structure. Once you get this basic structure in place, then you're going to power on. You'll power on from the power source first, and essentially what you're doing is you're doing the DDJ last. So the last thing you do is press this power on button, and then as you can see, now the system is lighting up, and it's going to run through a little bit of initiation, and from here, then what you do is you click on your record box DJ software, and that will further illuminate your DDJ-1000. That's how you know you're doing everything correctly. So there you have it. That is how you set up the DDJ-1000. Now, if you're like me, when I began to DJ about 5 years ago, I had no clue how any of this works. So do not be embarrassed if you do not understand the components of a controller with a laptop, a CDJ, or a turntable with mixer. Because believe me, I had no idea as well too, and there's no such thing as a dumb question. So if you have questions, just leave in the comments below. Thank you.